Und damit willkommen zurück zu The Great Eternity Results 2 Chronicles. Wir waren bei dieser Aussage stehen geblieben. Mal schauen, was da jetzt Eines wird dabei noch herauskommt. Dementsprechend, yeah. What do you mean by that? Cavallo, you promised not to say, eh, Capo? After we had taken all the money Saturday, we should have left the country. That was my plan. I left the purchasing of the tickets for the ferry to Dunkirk to my companion here, but he bought them for the wrong day. Oops. See, but it's an easy mistake to make. The first, the 31st. Oof, I've no sympathy for you. We are a whole day late for the boat because of your stupidity. And it's only because of this that the so-called great red-headed detective caught us. Cabo, you know what I think. This is the work of good. It's a holy punishment, Peppino, for the last time. This is not a holy punishment. This is holy for your fault. Ah, don't blame God for your unholy mistakes. You are making me sick with anger. Maybe I make a mistake, but when it's time to eat the pasta, no one is faster, and I've seen the evidence. Dementsprechend, wir müssen ja was präsentieren hier. Ich würde sogar sagen, dass das Beweis ist, den wir im letzten Part gekriegt haben. Also dementsprechend müsste man den eigentlich präsentieren, I guess. Ich wüsste jetzt noch nicht so wirklich wo. They haven't told us much we didn't already know. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, if it was in the inspector's diary, it seems likely that he must have gone to Line Street that day, and yet the two both claim they didn't see him. I have to say, they don't appear to be telling lies. Well, they're expecting a deception. Don't forget, something possible is their specialty. They may be lying simply to avoid being implicated in this case as well. Surely, if they were truly expert in deception, they would have been caught. Well, yes, you do have a point there. It seems to me like we need more information. Definitely. Ja. Das wäre natürlich die Frage. Fraglicher Beweismittel. Ja, ist ja das ist ja Inspectors Identification. Das ist natürlich die Frage, muss man sagen. Ups, nein. Oh. All these victims have nothing to do with us. Dieser Offizier Warndog. Ich weiß ja nicht inwiefern, aber gefühlt könnte man ja das hier ausprobieren, muss man sagen. Oh, it's officer warrant card used to him by Scotland Yard. Wie wird das jetzt wieder zusammenpasst? Aber so wie sich das schon wieder anfühlt, ist das sogar richtig, muss man sagen. I wonder if I could ask you to examine this identification book very closely, Miss Landstrate. Why, Miss Landstraight? What is your intention here, Consul? Is this real or fake, or is it genuine? That's the question which we can answer ourselves. Don't be ridiculous. No Scotland Yard detective would allow his or her identification to be stolen. That is the boss's. No question about it. That can't be. As I suspected, the undercover detective who attended the red-headed legal enrollment on the day in question was the real Inspector Question. The real Inspector Question. Ich bin auch zu doof beim Vorlesen teilweise. Was the real Inspector Gregson carrying out on incognito investigation through a laws. Order. But if the boss had his identification stolen, he wouldn't have reported it straight away. I mean, he was always on me about it. If he lose so much report it once, he'd say. Could it be then? And the inspector was physically unable to report it. Physically, what are you saying? Unable to? You're not suggesting. Yes, it's quite possible that he was killed before he had the chance to report his identification stolen. No. Order. The defense persists that the victim was killed the day before his body was discovered at a different location. Do you two have anything to say about that? I know nothing. I don't know nothing. Pull yourself because of Pepino. Mon Dieu, you can have a little more like a master criminal than that none. No, I wish I had returned to Italian. Stop crying, Pepino, please. Otherwise, stop your whining and starting talking. Well, I believe the crowd will need to hear your story. I know nothing, I don't know nothing. But you will tell everything, or face the worst possible outcome. Ook. You will try our eyes to testify again. About the identification papers and the precise circumstance under which you came by them. For crying out loud. Oh my. Na, schauen, was wir jetzt auszusagen haben. The detective and the identification. The truth is we took him prisoner and kept him for the night at our secret hideout. Every thought I think he was a real detective. I was too scared to let him got that date just in case. We took the man's identification from him and shot him in the room next 2 hours. There may have been a little too slow, but we did him no harm, and the next morning we let him go. He spent the night in a nice room. It was nothing like personal, really. Oh boy. This is outrageous. You imprisoned the man. But no, you see, no. It was not like a prison. He was a very comfortable and calm and heavy couple. It was never part of my plan. I swear it. Ufa, so you think it was my full day? It's just because I got the date of very wrong by a little day. I do not think it was your fault, Pepino. I know it. No. Per favore, capo. It's not fair. You shall have plenty of time for squabbling back at its prison, gentlemen. Oof, I don't believe this. How could he have been a really detective? Once was the defense proceeded with the cross-examination. So on the day before the incident, Gregson spent the night confident in his pair's hideout. Oh, man. Dann fangen wir mal an. Do you realize what you are saying? You have believed me. I never intend for that to happen, and I'm sure that detective didn't not intend it either. Do you think? But here he was nothing else, could I? See, nothing else. This was the first crime for the couple. He was the end of his wizard. I have told you before, Pepino, that is not the way to describe the criminal mastermind. What about this hideout of yours? An old empty house behind the park on Lime Street. We rented the place for 2 days. It was a spirit idea by the couple here. An impulsive idea, what I say? No, not impulse, inspired couple. What I supposed to say is to that Pepino, and it was in the house described that confident Inspector Gregson, what it? But you have to remember, I was under the impression that he was a pretender, not a real inspector. What doesn't quite add up? So if you didn't think the man was a real inspector, there would have been no reason to take him prisoner, would there? None, you are right, but we could be completely curtained. Oh boy, das wird ja noch weiter. Was machen wir denn am Schluss? Ich mal weiter betrachten. Too scared to buy. Because why did he come to that park? We didn't know. There was a change for that he'd seen through my plan. And if that was the case, he would go straight to the police station to blow a whistle on us. If he was just a fakening to be an inspector, he was up to not good without a doctor. I think most people would agree that it's you two who were up to no good. Well, see, you may be right, a couple. The point is we were not able to escape from England immediately. That is why we had no choice but to take the man prisoner. What I don't understand is why the inspector felt the need to show you his identification in the first place? See, I asked him the same question. We are writing down some names and address of all the people who we took 5 shillings from that day. I have forgotten what names he said, but the address it startled me. See, address Scotland Yard. Me see the division. He said, what? He probably didn't like your face, Peppino. Anyway, I was not rude. I just politely asked him why he said it away. And that when he started to say he was an inspector, not long afterwards he took out his identification. What was Inspector playing at? Tell about what happened next. You took him to your hideout, you say? See, we did a. Oh boy, das sind ja schon gefühlt 2 Pechvögel, I guess, würde man zumindest behaupten. That being his identification book here correct? See, that is the one. What made you believe that it was for Gary? I never seen a real one, of course, but he was too suspicious. He's a man. Allora, I was thinking it must be false for a couple. Why? It is just Peppino, he said. We are convinced it was not Guyana, and so got the hilarious brother we took as a man captive. All we did was show him aside. Look at Rome. Then we made preparations to transport all of the money. And for a penny in for a pound. Man, oh man. Ah boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Hold it!
And what do you mean by a little toozle? Exactly. Poof, it was nothing, just in a minor incident. The false inspector, he was a real piece of the work, I couple. What happened? Oof, it was a disaster. We give him nice room, and what does he do? In the middle of the night he tries to escape through the ventilator. Can you blame him? We changed him being super, and we caught him again. Can you blame us? Man weiß es nicht. Wait, you didn't? Shot the man in your house, did you? Shut. Who do you think we are? Of course not. Simple code hold of him again and took him back to the room.
Excuse me.
Was hat der jetzt schon wieder für Probleme? Mr. De Rossi, is something wrong? Ei, me. Ja, wer denn sonst? Ja, ist jetzt sonst noch jemand im Gerichtssaal De Rossi und steht im Zeugenstand? Ich bezweifle das mal. Something mit De Rousseau just said seemed to make you, well, it seemed to make you act even more strangely than usual. What was that all about? Cavallo at times like that you don't wanna have the capo after the, believe me. I speak from personal experiences. That is enough, Peppino. is no need to say more. The truth is, the night before we put the red heated leak plan into action, I was scared. It was not fair to the couple, but I tried to run away. It's a shame you didn't manage it. But the couple here, he came after me like I got the torpedo, and he dragged me back to the house, kicked and screamed. I still have the bruises prove it, a couple. Bruises to you say, you wanna see? You wanna me a fantastic bruises? That enough? No, Pepino. Run, oh man. No one wants to look at any part of you. What do? Who show you are? Don't I show you or I don't? Ich bin das irritiert mich bei dem, aber okay. You do now. Laura, if everybody wants to see, then I do it. Echo, you see, is still very visible. That red ring around your neck. You got that when you were dragged back to the house. See, the couple. I said, that's enough. Peppino's neck is nothing to do with what we are talking about here. You have my word. Yes, what is your opinion, Consul? What's this red ring around Mr. DeRossi's neck? I wonder. Ich würde mal sagen, das ist wichtig, I guess. Würde ich zumindest behaupten. I guess, das Prinzip ist immer wichtig, Mr. DeRossi. I'm going to have to ask you to amend your testimony with details about that mark on your neck. I couple, you see, everyone is interested in what I say. Very well, you will amend your testimony as a request, Mr. DeRossi. Easy, if you really want to know it. He tried to escape, but the couple put the collar on him and dragged him back like what he did to me. See?
Hold it!
Ja, schauen, was er dazu dann zu sagen hat. Are you saying that red mark was caused by... See, a big collar made from the leather. A leathered collar. Is this truth, Mr. DeRusso? Wie auch mit der jetzt ausgesprochen wird, weiß ich nicht. What he'd said St. Bernard at home when I was younger. It is a souvenir from at that time with a very strong chain. And you put that around your friend's neck. I'm sorry, I was so angry that he was leaving me alone. You did not have to tie the chain to the leg of the bed, so if I would not have tried to run again. You did do that to Inspector Gregson as well, did you? Read the people are a killer is the couple here's motto, eh? It's starting to sound a lot more like a prison of all of a sudden. The couple is a tough, but the couple is a rouge. Oh, I shouldn't have done it. So the following morning, when you realized the inspector, he had a red ring around his neck just like me. Peppino, if I would plain, leave it now. No, you know, there are a couple here you don't wanna tangle with him, eh? But for the inspector it's not so bad. Oh boy, die zwei haben aber wirklich faustdick hinter den Ohren. Aber wie es jetzt hier weitergeht und was da noch dazu zu sagen ist, dies und vieles mehr erfahren wir am nächsten Mal. Vielen Dank fürs Einschalten und bis zum nächsten Mal. Auf Wiedersehen.